There are stories the world celebrates, stories of success, innovation, and luxury. But this is different. This is the story of Youssef, not born into wealth, not raised in comfort, but someone who built his future with nothing but hope, grit, and an old, broken tablet. His journey didn't begin in a classroom or a tech hub. It began in the middle of chaos, in a small town destroyed by war. At just 11 years old, Youssef saw things no child ever should. Bombs overhead, people running, his school reduced to ashes, his home gone, his father missing in the violence. One night, with smoke in the sky and fear in their hearts, Youssef and his mother fled. They crossed borders in silence, walked miles with empty stomachs, slept under open skies. Finally, they reached safety, a refugee camp in a foreign land. But safety didn't mean comfort. It meant a cold tent, strange food, a new language, and the heavy weight of being a refugee. But even in the darkest moments, something inside Youssef refused to give up. While others accepted their fate, he looked for a way out, not out of the camp, but out of despair. He didn't speak the local language well, but he watched, listened, learned. One day, he saw a volunteer tapping away on a laptop. The screen glowed. Lines of strange symbols moved across the page. Youssef couldn't look away. He asked, "What is that?" The man smiled and said, "I'm writing code. I'm building a website." To most, it would mean nothing. But to Youssef, it was the first spark of possibility. That night, he couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about the screen, the code, the idea of building something from nothing. The next day, he went back and asked, "Can I learn that too?" The volunteer paused, then handed him an old tablet. "It's not much," he said, "but if you're serious, this is a start." Youssef was more than serious. That tablet became his world. He sat for hours in a dusty corner of the camp, teaching himself using offline tutorials, old PDFs, and free apps. No internet, no teacher, just sheer determination. At 13, he created his first web page. A simple sentence for, "We are more than refugees." Those words carried years of pain and a quiet revolution. Time passed. When Youssef turned 16, his mother managed to get him enrolled in a local school. He was behind in almost everything: language, math, even basic writing. But he made up for it with one thing others didn't have: fire. He worked part-time cleaning restaurants, delivering groceries just to buy a second-hand laptop. At night, when others slept, Youssef coded. He didn't party, he didn't complain. He just worked. At 18, he built something that would change his life, an app called Bridge. Its purpose was simple: to help connect displaced people like him with local job opportunities, free language classes, and aid workers nearby. It was clean, it was powerful, and it was real. Word spread fast. First, the camp used it, then nearby cities, then NGOs started calling, then investors. From a refugee tent to a conference table, Youssef didn't even own a suit when he met his first investor. But he spoke with passion. He told them, "I don't just want to make money. I want to make sure no one feels invisible like I once did." They believed in him. And just like that, Youssef became a founder. His company started with 4 people. 3 of them were former refugees. They worked from a tiny room with donated furniture and shared laptops. But what they were building was something far bigger. Today, Youssef's company serves thousands of displaced families across the globe. From job listings, legal help, mental health support, to online education, Bridge has become a lifeline for those who need it most. He speaks at international summits. He advises organizations working in crisis zones. He's been on magazine covers. And yet, when someone asked him recently, "What's your proudest possession?" he didn't say awards or the offices. He reached into a drawer and pulled out that same old tablet, the one with the cracked screen and missing buttons. "This," he said, "is where it all began." Youssef's story isn't just about becoming a tech entrepreneur. It's about never accepting the limits the world sets for you. He was called a refugee, but he chose to be a creator, a leader, a builder of bridges. So the next time life knocks you down, when doors close, when the world tells you you're not enough, remember Youssef. Remember his journey. Because greatness doesn't come from where you start. It comes from how far you're willing to go.